Oh, going live. Hey, look at that. I probably screwed everything up. I didn't tell anyone I was doing this. I'm just here experimenting. The crew told me to go figure out how I could do some live stream. I don't know how I'm doing it. I don't even look at my haircut, man. I need a haircut so bad. I have no idea what I'm doing or how I'm doing it. I'm probably ruining our YouTube channel. Uh, I hope not. Wonder what'll happen if I screw this up. Hey, country boy, how are you, JT? How did you guys know that I was live? I am. Hey, Dan, I'm here. Can you guys hear me? I don't know if my audio is even working. I'm doing this from my laptop. Normally, we have all of the production stuff set up. We've got everything else. I've got somebody here in the studio filming me. Wow, even my brother chimed in. Huh. So you can all hear me. Okay, good. Someone said audio is good. So I'm here at my office today. I'm the only one here. And I got a text message, not a text message, an email from my crew saying, Randy, someday out of boredom, you ought to just do a live thing on YouTube. Okay. So I'm here at the office today. Like, I wonder how this live stream works. I'm a pretty low tech redneck. So I don't know what I even want to talk about. I just wanted to see if this worked. Anyone got any things we want to talk about? Oh, here we go. Someone says, Randy, you just got drawn for a Montana elk tag. Will be my first time hunting around Bozeman. Any tips? Yeah, plan on hunting really hard. If you want to go where the best elk are, be comfortable with grizzly bears because that's where the best elk hunting is. And go give it your best. Justin, do I shed hunt? No, I hang sheds in trees. And some of you have seen that on our content, and you're thinking, why would you hang them in trees? It's a long story, but that's what I do. Looks like my lighting is messed up in here. But it's just me. I'm the camera guy. I'm the audio. I'm the producer. I'm everything. So when are New Mexico draw results coming out? If I had to bet, I'd say by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. I don't know that for sure. It's just every year they say date whatever, and it's always 7 days before the date they list. Now it could be wrong, but hard to say. What time of the year is the best time of year for hunting the Bridger bucks and mule deer bucks? Well, this little guy right here, that was a Bridger mule deer. I shot him on November 10th, I think. I would hunt sometime November 10th through the 18th, somewhere in there. That's peak of the mule deer rut. Someone, let's see, Michael saying, Randy, loved your content from Nevada archery. Hope you draw Nevada again this year. Me too. The reason I was here this morning was I was just doing a podcast. So yeah, I hope I draw Nevada again this year also. One of the things that we're dealing with right now, we've got the shelter in place rules. This week on the YouTube channel, you see me filming my own muskrat trapping. And I was appreciative when that first episode went up yesterday. Everybody who heard my intro to that, I said, oh man, this footage is going to be such a wreck. I don't have a camera guy. It's just me and my GoPro and my little handy cam and da-da-da. And everyone said, hey, Randy, don't worry about it, man. It was pretty good. So gets me to the question of, do people care during this shelter in place stuff if we're out there filming by ourselves and it's just not going to be the same quality you're accustomed to? I am not Marcus and Michael and Jonathan and Dale and those guys. They have, I mean, 3 of the guys who work here have a master's in film. There's no way an accountant like me is going to capture something to the same degree they are. So I'm thinking of going bear hunting in a week or two here in Montana. And our governor, even though we have shelter in place rules, he said, please keep going outside. Don't stay indoors. Go outside and do stuff. And the other part I thought is really funny. And those of you who live in states where it's not this way probably are going to think I'm rubbing it in your nose. And it's not that at all. But our governor said any store that sells firearms or ammunition is an essential store. So you can still buy firearms. You can still get all the ammo you need here in Montana. But I'm going to go out bear hunting. Our spring season started April 15th. And we've had our share of snow since then. But I'm just going stir crazy, quite honestly. The stress of just the world. And if you stay at home and you watch TV for more than about 20 minutes, I usually don't have time to watch much TV. I can't even imagine if my daily life was staying at home and watching hours of TV. I would, man, I've been getting a taste of that more than I normally do. So I just got to get out and go do something. I'm going to film myself on a bear hunt. I just have to. I can't handle it. So if the footage is crappy, just bear with me, okay? I don't know what else to tell you. I can assure you if I film it, it's going to be really crappy. Now, the other challenge we run up against is because we're a commercial operation, when we go film on Forest Service or Bureau of Land Management, we have to get public land film permits. And it costs anywhere from $150 to $250 per day for that permit. And so we're now said hi to Uncle Randy. So hi, Kinley. How are you? Love you. Miss your kisses. So we're going to try to do some bear hunting. But there's just the challenges of all those things are a little complicated. But I'm reading the scroll here. It's coming up on the right-hand side of my screen. I can see where all of you are commenting. And I like the fact that so many people say, just go do it. Don't worry about the footage. So we're going to go do that. And who knows, it'll probably be boring as all get out. But I'm also interested in what other things would be helpful for people to, what would you be interested in watching during this shut-in, shelter-in-place, whatever you want to call it. We're always looking for new ideas, and I don't know what the fall is going to hold in store. If these shelter-in-place rules continue, or say we get another spike in the coronavirus and we have to shut things back down again, you guys are going to be watching me pick night crawlers out of my garden or something. I don't know what else it would what we would do. But so we'll come shed antler collecting, whatever it is. Our crew, there's a place in Montana called the Smith River, which is just this phenomenal float trip. It's so popular they have to put it on a lottery. And Michael in our office won one of the slots for the lottery to do a float. And his dates would have started on April 15th, but because of the shelter-in-place rules, we couldn't do it. So we're just trying our best. Our crew, David, I think Marcus, Michael, and Dan, I don't know, anyhow, a bunch of our crew drew paddlefish tags this year. Last year, we all applied. The only person who drew was Michael. This year, they applied as a party, and a bunch of them drew. But we don't know if we're even going to be able to go paddle fishing in May. So let's see. Scott says, what do I do with all of my muskrats, and how about a video on skinning and stretching them and making them into gloves? Coming your way in about 2 days. This year we did instead of just the muskrat trapping of, okay, set them, trap check, trap check, trap check. We did 1 day of trap checks, and then I went and showed how to skin them, how to stretch them, and we sent them to my buddy Josh up in Alaska, and he does a quick piece about how you make hats, fur hats, or whatever you want to get made out of them. And in the last video this week, this muskrat hat that Josh makes out of muskrats I sent him last year, someone's going to win that fur hat. Yeah, it is. If you don't trap, you probably don't really get into this. But if you grew up trapping, it's so much fun, and there's so much value to it. People see me walking around Bozeman with my beaver hat. I've got this big beaver fur hat, a Mad Bomber hat, and I'm just like walking around. People are like, "Where'd you get the hat, man?" "Oh, I caught it out there in the East Gallatin River." And they look at me like, "What do you mean you caught it?" Yeah, I caught it, skinned it, ate it, and sent them in, got them tanned, and had somebody make a hat for me. So David says we need more videos from Marcus and his wife. We're working on that. We're working on a lot of things. Michael is working on a video. We went out to, if you haven't seen this, we did a video about how the folks out at Yellowstone Game Processing do, if you drop off an elk, here's the process of what they go through to make sure you get your meat in the cuts you want. Well, while we were there, there's 6 front shoulder blades of elk in the garbage that they're getting ready to ship out, just the bones, the scapulas. So we grabbed all 6 of them, and Michael's trying to figure out how he does a video where he puts, so you got the blade here and the arrow is going to come this way. That's how bored we are. We're getting down to the nitty gritty here. So I'm looking at more of these questions here. What was that? Maybe a line of videos for the new hunter. The Gunboy, those are already there. It's a YouTube channel that we've built and we've managed for a group called the International Hunter Ed Association. If you go to the YouTube channel called Hunters Connect, I think right now there's 40 some videos out there for new hunters, and every week we put up a new video. So if you get a chance, everyone keeps asking about the new truck. All right. We were going to do, we had planned all these videos about the new truck, but when the whole shelter in place stuff came, I just felt it was indulgent and like it just didn't feel right to go in a time when everyone's worried about their financial situation and talk about, I bought this new truck. It just didn't seem like in good taste. So we scrapped all those videos, but we do have the new truck. And if you go out to our Hunt Talk forum, we have a big forum called hunttalk.com. And out there is, if you want to get the inside scoop of what I'm up to, what our crew is up to, we own that forum called Hunt Talk. And that's the forum where that crew there, they get the inside scoop more than anybody. And so I started the big analysis out there on Hunt Talk about what I was looking for in a truck, what models I was test driving, and what rationale was going into it. And those of you know, I bought 5 Nissan Titans out of my pocket, just wrote a check, 5 of them. And then Nissan said, hey, why don't we give you one to try for a couple of years? So I used that. And when that deal expired this winter, I said, you know what? I'm going back to the process of looking at all the trucks, seeing which one works for what I want to do. And I can tell you this, there's a ton of great trucks out there. Every one of them that I test drove, I probably could have made do with. It came down to another Nissan Titan or a Ford Raptor. And it was going to be a Nissan Titan because I just can't justify the cost of a Ford Raptor. Well, I get a call that says, hey, we hear you're considering a Ford Raptor. I know of one for sale that's got 900 miles, 900. It's a 2019, and the price is right. And so the price was ridiculously right. So right now, out here in the parking lot is a 2019 Ford Raptor. I think now it's got 1,080 miles on it. So that's what I ended up with. It's going to work good for what we do. And if I hadn't got such a screaming deal on it, I probably would have went back to another Nissan Titan. But I hope you appreciate the fact that we didn't do the videos we'd planned, just because we're sensitive to what the times of the, what conditions are. Is that group of people who kind of is insensitive to that. It's affecting us. It's affecting our sponsors. It's not pretty out there, and we're going to get through it. We're just, we're trying to provide content that is sensitive to what everybody is dealing with. So don't want to get into all that, but that's why you didn't see a big normal thing like we do when we buy a new truck. Oh, I'm debating a 308 or a 30-06. That's like flipping a coin that both sides are heads. You can't go wrong. So whatever you have, I prefer the 308. They're ballistically very, very similar, but for me, the 308 is a shorter action, so I can get it on a lighter frame. But I had a 30-06. That was my first rifle, was a 30-06. So you're not going to get any type of comments from me that one's great and one's not. It's all the same to me. When you're looking at those two, don't fret about it. So someone says more walleye fishing on Fort Peck. That could be a possibility. Here's the problem. My wife is the most fanatic walleye angler well, even if you don't know her. And she's never been on camera, and she will never be on camera. She just doesn't do that. So when we're out fishing, the few times we have shown some fishing, it's been her kind of running the camera. I don't know. I wonder if this will work. If I can show you the video on my phone. She caught this monstrous pike one day, and we were trying to film it and trying to land it. It turned out to be an absolute train wreck. I don't know if I even can get it on my phone. There's some special way you got to do this. I don't know how you do this. You guys, this is the problem when I don't have my crew with me. I don't know how to do this stuff. I don't even know how to do Instagram. I hire someone to do Instagram for me because I'm that ignorant. I'm that stupid. I don't know how to do it. Well, sorry, folks. I was going to hold my camera up and do the video of her catching this 20-pound northern pike up at Fort Peck, but oh well. Let's see. Any tips on how to make hunting buddies with a similar hunting style? Backcountry, car camping, rifle archery? That's a good one. We all cycle through numerous hunting buddies over our life, right? Until we find that group that, okay, they kind of hunt like I do, and they have the same freedoms, and but at work they can get more time off. So I wish I had a real good piece of advice there, but I don't. So how do I feel about the 270 Winchester short mag and the 300 WSM? They're both great. I have one of both. The 270 short mag probably is the one that has a significant ballistic value over its traditional 270. The 300 short mag has a little bit, but not. The difference between that and a 300 Win mag, not that much. Not at least compared to the difference in the 270. So. Oh, someone asked Spring Bear, Mike Mulligan, types of terrain and elevation. I follow the snow line. So as the snow line goes up, whatever elevation that's at, I'm hunting within a quarter mile of that snow line. Terrain, I'm usually looking for broken terrain where there's green grass that faces south or southwest, but yet on the other side there's some bedding cover, because in the heat of the day they're still a little groggy. They like cool, shady places to go bed. So, and I look for a lot of bear crap. A flying jade lot lizard. You're polluting the feed here with some of your comments. So if you want to stay on my YouTube channel, loosen up. Okay. My platforms are meant to be positive. And if somebody decides they're going to come to my platforms and have the motto of "I'm not happy till you're not happy," you get toasted. Because you weren't having a positive experience, and that's what our platforms are for. I mean, we got enough negativity in our life, right? The last thing you need is to come to our platforms and have it be a negative experience. So that's why we try to focus on positive things. We try to focus on things that maybe make your life a little bit happier, get your mind away from the world for a while. Most people, I get it. Some people, I have it too. There are days I just have a bad day. My brother is here watching this feed. I'm sure he'd chime in and say, "Oh, you should see Randy when he has a bad day. He whines like a little baby." But I try to go hide when I'm having those kind of days. We all have them. But I don't, I just don't want to burden all of you with negative stuff. So what else we got here? What do I think of the 27 Nosler? I've not had a chance to shoot it. I've looked at the ballistics of it, and Nosler is the ammo group that we use. They make the 22 Nosler, 26, 28, 27 now, the 30. They've been very, very well received. So I haven't shot it though. Ooh, someone here. How vocal can I expect the elk to be in the first rifle season in southern Colorado? I don't know, but I have enough points, and I applied for the first rifle season in southern Colorado this year. So ask me that question next year. Maybe I'll have an answer for you. Tom asks, Randy, will you still be available for the rescheduled RMEF banquet in Bozeman, or will it conflict with your fall calendar? I think that's August 4th or 6th. I purposefully said I'm not applying for any early archery pronghorn hunts because it would conflict. So I'm going to be there. Hopefully everything is ready, set, go, and we can do it. Chris says, hey, Randy, what's up? Hope you're staying well. On the treadmill? I am. I have an elliptical machine, and I've been trying to wear that thing out, but my wife is a great cook. And when we're sheltered in place, she just feels like she's got to cook all the time. I'm going to need like a size 4XL by the time hunting season comes around. It's like not good. Oh, you like our new t-shirt, right? You like that one? I wonder if people like this one. Anyone who knows my wife will know this was her shirt, right? If you hook them, you cook them. For my wife, fishing is about food. Just like for me, hunting is about food. If you want to, I don't even want to pimp out our merch. Don't worry about it. Just someone had asked about what my shirt said. So, but yeah, I've been trying to wear out my elliptical machine because I'm going to be the most porky elk hunter you've ever seen if this continues. I'm trying. I have an ice cream problem, right? Everybody knows my Dairy Queen problem. I have an ice cream problem in general. If there's ice cream in the house, I got to eat it until it's gone. And I tell my wife, whatever you do, don't go buy any more ice cream. Well, her one grocery trip that she makes each week, she comes back with more ice cream. I'm like, honey, quit it. She said, well, I know what happens. You run out and you're looking for it, and I know you want it. I don't have the willpower to say no to ice cream. So if you guys see me this fall and it looks like I gained 40 pounds, we're going to blame it on these shelter in place rules. So But turkey hunting. Yeah, Marcus shot a turkey the other day. Dale shot a turkey the other day. But it's been hard for them to film it because they're out doing it themselves. And turkey is so upfront, close and personal. It's really hard to film a turkey hunt all by yourself. It's harder than you would think. So our crew has shot 2 turkeys this year, but I don't know what they got as far as film. Well, we'll see. I'd like to say, hey, you know, I always joke with the crew, oh, you're fired. I shouldn't do that, especially in today's world. It's like, don't joke that way, Randy. But we always tell people, if you didn't get it on video, it didn't really happen. I know Dale said he didn't get his on video. Marcus, when we asked if he got his on video, he's trying out this new Tacticam thing. They sent him, the Tacticam company sent him something, and he tried it, and I don't know how well it turned out. Did anyone in the crew draw a limited entry elk permit in Montana? One person did. So I don't want to rub it into the rest of the crew, but I was the only guy who drew here in Montana this year. But those guys, as much as I preach this strategy of how you apply and how you draw more tags, they're still greedy. They still think that they're going to draw the 1 in 10,000 draw odd tag. Me, I just want to go, okay? So I'm going to look at that next tier of units, and I draw a lot. And those guys are just swinging for the fences. And last year, Michael swung for the fences in Wyoming, and he drew. So I can't hardly argue with him. But let's see, what else we got? Should I invest in high-quality binos or a high-quality spotting scope, primarily for deer hunting in Arizona? It depends on what you already have for binos. If you already have a pair of, say, 10 by 42 binos, then go with the spotting scope. Really big binos, like I have 15 by 56s. They're just not something you're going to carry in your harness or around your neck. To get the full value out of a really high magnification pair of binos, you have to put them on a tripod and just grid everything. So if you already have a pair of binos, I'd say the next thing to do is look at a spotting scope. So Marshall asks, what's my take on the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service allowing hunting in wildlife refuges? I know a lot of wildlife refuges where it's helpful. They're in the West. There are some really big wildlife refuges. Now, where I grew up in Minnesota, they were all really small, and they were kind of just a stopover area for migrating waterfowl. There's a whole lot of other refuges across the country where they're big. They're not just for waterfowl. They might be for, so think of the Sheldon Antelope Range in Nevada. I bet you that is half the size of, maybe a third the size of Yellowstone National Park. Well, it was bought by the Boone and Crockett Club and given as a donation to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service to manage specifically for pronghorn. I don't ever think that should be closed. So it's hopefully, if there are places that the wildlife needs, quote unquote, refuge and rest, hopefully hunters will respect that and act accordingly. So any fitness tips? Boy, I'm not the guy for fitness tips. I mean, I go to my CPA firm, I do a few tax returns, I come here to the office, and we do whatever we got to do here, and then I go for a hike for a couple hours, and then I go to Dairy Queen. That is my routine each day. So I'm not the guy to be giving lectures about fitness. I know that that's probably stupid, but it's worked for me. A lot of those guys give me a lot of grief. I mean, we all know them, right? There's some serious exercise fanatics in the elk hunting world. I'm not one of them. And a lot of them will give me a pretty good ribbing about my lack of physical conditioning. And yeah, I played sports in high school and all that, but I have not lifted weights since I was a freshman in college. Probably never will. My shoulders are so bad I can't even do one push-up because of how bad it hurts my shoulders. So I just hike, and I hike with heavy pack, and that gets me in shape for elk season. So that's probably not the smartest thing to say, but Randy, have you been able to get to DQ? No, I haven't been to DQ since the shelter-in-place rules, man. I'm itching. I got to get there. Let's see. Someone says, don't let your wife buy any Tyson chicken. They're having a major outbreak. My wife doesn't buy. We have Hutterite chickens that you can buy here. They're like the juiciest chickens in the world. That's mostly what we end up with when we eat chicken. Quite honestly, I don't care for chicken. I put in a great big moose roast on Sunday, and so I ate it on Sunday. I ate it yesterday, and the last bit of that moose roast is going to be gone by dinner tonight. So that's the amount of domestic meat that we eat at our house is so small, and we're lucky. We live in a place where we get to hunt and fish a lot. Let's see what else we got. John says Dairy Queen should deliver to their best customer. I'm with you. I guess during the shelter in place, I'd be interested to know, is this worthwhile to just sit down and see what's on people's minds and answer questions? I don't know. Maybe this is a waste of time, but I'm always interested in what all of you are up to, what you're thinking, and I love doing the live stuff. We used to do Elk Talk Live every Wednesday night, but it's a pretty high production thing. So Kyler or Marcus or Michael is over there. Sometimes we have someone running the camera and the sound over here, and this studio is not very big. So with the shelter in place rules, we can't do that. So it's just me. So if you guys want me to pop my laptop up every once in a while and say, hey, what are you up to? I'm happy to do it. But if you say, Randy, put a cork in it, man, get the hell out of here, I can take a hint too. Anyhow, someone was asking about these animals behind me. This one over, let me see if I can do this. The one right above my finger here, that's a Colorado pronghorn. This is a black bear from southeast Alaska. This is a Nevada pronghorn. This one here is a Montana mule deer. This is a Wyoming pronghorn. Another southeast Alaska black bear. And this one over here is a New Mexico archery pronghorn. And over in this corner is the hide from a southeast Alaska bear. What else we got here? Oh, we got this dude right here. This is a wolf from southwest Montana. We got to figure out what to mount him on. I should put him on some sort of like thing that these bears are on, but I got to figure out how to really make that work, because I like to pull him off the wall. He's quite a conversation piece. And oh, you guys, I need some help. I'm gonna grab my computer and we're gonna go in the other room here. So I don't know if this works. You guys are gonna think I've lost my mind, which if you know me very well, yeah, I have. Let me turn some lights on. It's kind of dark in here. Let's see. All right, we need some help here. You see this elk right here? He's our new, how's this camera work? He is our new office decor. We need a name for him. It's the one my son Matthew shot in Wyoming in 2018. And then right here, this is the moose I shot up in British Columbia last year, right? Everybody likes to give me the rhubarb about this, right? I shot the tine off when I was trying to finish him off. Found the tine. So, oh, dang it, I'm going to lose it. This guy needs a name, and this guy needs a name. So, maybe, I keep turning it the wrong way. Maybe next week, or next time I chime in, maybe somebody will have some ideas. Oh, this guy here, this is Porky Pig. He's a javelina from Arizona. And this is my office. This is a New Mexico pronghorn. This is a, let's see, which one is this? Oh, this is a Utah archery bison. This is a whitetail in Montana I filmed by myself. This is my one and only doll sheep. Oh, how am I doing this here? From Alaska. I don't know if you can you see that? You're probably getting seasick with me walking around like this. This is a Southeast Alaska Sitka blacktail. This is a Montana rifle bison. And this is a Montana rifle mule deer. And this is Marcus's side of the office. These are, you can tell Marcus is a mule deer junkie, right? Right here. So that's a little trip around the office. If you got ideas for what we should name the elk, or name Matthew's elk or my moose, let us know what it is. So, do I have the mountain caribou around? No, I don't. He's out at the taxidermist right now. We got to figure out where he goes. So here's my wife. She says, "Look, Randy, in your family, this is art. In my family, these are just dead animals. So keep them up in the Randy room or take them to the office." So that's why none of my taxidermy is in the living room. It's all here at the office or up in the Randy room. Maybe someday I should do a tour of the Randy room. But my connection speed at home is so slow, I don't think I could do a tour of the Randy room and you'd be able to watch the stream. It'd be that slow. Maybe I'll try it and we'll see. If it doesn't work, guess what? It doesn't work. But the mountain caribou, my wife is thinking, she's seen the episode. She realizes what a marvelous and unique specimen it was. And the hide, that when you see this mountain caribou, shooting it in October like that or late September, the hide is unbelievable. And we took impeccable care of it. She has said, that mountain caribou, he might look pretty good above the fireplace. And her best friend was there when she said that. So, who knows? Maybe we'll be able to put him in the house. But if not, I don't know, maybe we'll clear this wall and he'll go right here or something. So, anyhow, I just was kind of bored and was wondering what all you were doing. Wondering if you were bored as I am. So I decided to turn on the computer and do what the crew told me to do. I hope I didn't screw it up. Probably did. And all of you probably know that I'm a bigger knucklehead than you thought I was. What's with Jeffrey the elk? A bunch of people are saying, name the elk Jeffrey. Is that some... I'm slow. So a lot of times my crew is talking about stuff and it's inside jokes or jokes from popular TV, and I don't get it. So if there's some joke that Jeffrey the elk, maybe let me in on it. Like, I've never seen Star Wars, right? I have never seen an episode of Star Wars, Star Trek, any of that, The Hobbit, whatever those Harry Potter stuff. I just don't watch movies and TV. If it's not a Western, I'm probably not going to watch it. So you guys are having good humor at my expense, probably. Anyhow, I'm gonna have to sign off here. I gotta get home and take care of details there. But I really appreciate all of you being here. We'll see what else we got going on. I'll try to think of something worth talking about here later this week. I don't know how often, if mornings, evenings, what's the best time to do it. But really appreciate all you being here. Stay healthy. I hope that all of you, your family, yourselves, your employees, your employer, I hope you're all healthy. I know it's a tough time. We're going to get through it. And we'll be out hunting this fall. So thanks so much. Take care.